Most viewers first tuned in for the sizzling chemistry and forbidden romance between the tyrant king, YiHeon, and his time-slipped chef, JiYoung, in Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. But somehow, stayed for the mouth-watering dishes, which quickly stole the spotlight. Not even the snickering palace politics, nor MokJu's jealous antics, could dampen the audience's appetite for this drama. Now, the story is reaching a fever pitch. JiYoung's very life hangs by a thread, as a mysterious plot device, that could send her back to her own time, finally comes into play. Viewers are clutching their pearls, anxiously awaiting the next episode, desperate to know, will fate pull her away from YiHeon forever? The good news is, the long, drawn-out Ming competition is finally coming to an end in the next episode, shifting the spotlight back to the fiery connection between the tyrant king and his beloved chef. Meanwhile, the series continues its reign, breaking records with an all-time high nationwide ratings of 15.4%. Not only did it top the buzzworthy list, but its leads, Lim Yoon and Lee Chae, also held strong at the very top of the most buzzworthy drama cast rankings, claiming the first and second spots. And here's the best part: stick around until the end of this video, for answers to your burning questions, hidden details you may have missed, juicy behind-the-scenes secrets, and a sneak peek into what's coming next. But beware, spoilers ahead. Still, not all viewers are satisfied. Some are frustrated with how long the Ming competition has dragged on, and concerned that with only 4 episodes left, the ending might feel rushed, with the main lead's romance underdeveloped, and the plot progression left hanging. From the next episode preview, it's clear the Ming conflict will come to a head. Just like the first round of the competition, the second seems destined to end in a tie. This is why the king is seen regretful for wagering the future of his country on a cooking competition. And why JiYoung mentions doing their best, even if they lose. Had they won the second round, they wouldn't be so bothered about the last round. This shouldn't be surprising, as the judging is corrupt, the envoy is scheming, and the odds are stacked against them. And remember, if all 3 rounds end in a tie, the Ming will be declared the winners. No wonder the king and JiYoung look so troubled. Still, JiYoung has prepared for this moment. Armed with knowledge and skill, she's ready for the decisive third round. And despite the suspense over the craftsman's cooker lid, she may just turn the tables, igniting an uproar between the two kingdoms. For this to happen, another judging system must have been implemented. As for romance, fans of the novel know there wasn't much between the leads. And with the age gap between Yoon and Chae, the production team is playing it safe, keeping skinship limited. But that doesn't mean sparks won't fly. Expect heart-fluttering moments, even as the focus shifts to palace politics, and JiYoung's eventual return to her own time. Spoilers ahead, so tread carefully. The book Munganrock was what transported JiYoung to the past. A lover's fervent wish, for his dearest to come back to him, was the magic words that sealed the deal. JiYoung strongly believes that it's the key that would take her back to her time. However, she's relegated it to the back of her mind, focused on the competition, as the king had promised to find the book after the competition. However, you could imagine her dismay, as despite the competition ending in victory, she's bamboozled by a jealous MokJu and corrupt palace politics. Obviously, this is a plan to depose the king, by rousing him to fury, as he won't stand by and watch JiYoung being mistreated. The initial plan had been to rouse the king to fury, using his mother's demise, which would lead to a coup. But JiYoung had changed things. She not only gradually reformed the tyrant king, but also warned him about letting his anger get the best of him. So, Prince Jasan and his cronies have to change tactics, using the cooking competition and JiYoung as bait for the king, knowing he cares for his chef. However, the king has been unknowingly creating another Munganrock. Inspired by JiYoung's cooking, and her words about the book, he's been keeping a journal, one that may change both their fates. When palace politics erupt, Prince Jasan and his cronies use JiYoung as bait, knowing how deeply the king cares for her. In a moment of desperation, YiHeon grabs his journal and tries to flee with JiYoung. But he's stabbed while saving her, only for the Munganrock to take the hit, saving him. However, the book is torn in the process, and JiYoung is suddenly transported back to her own time, just when she had finally chosen to stay with YiHeon. Back in her time, JiYoung wakes up from a coma, and with time, moves on with her life, as she's thrown into the spotlight, for winning the French competition and being a 3-Michelin star chef, unaware that the book had also taken the king, YiHeon, to the future with her. The king is declared dead back in Joseon, as his body couldn't be found. The historical records regarding him maintain that, while fleeing, Yeon fell to his death from Tangchundi in Bukhansan Mountain. Meanwhile, it seems her father knows something. JiYoung's journey to the past started because of her father's request. He knew of the book and, from what JiYoung told the king, had made some of the meals for her. Did you notice that he had seen the news about the eclipse, when he called her about the book? Also, what are the chances that she won the competition, with a meal YiHeon loves? Did you notice that a page was torn from the book? This time, the last page, which JiYoung had read, will be missing and will be what reunites them in the future. As for MokJu, she was planted by the king's side, by Prince Jasan, but she's grown to love the king. This is why she's consumed with jealousy about the king's relationship with JiYoung, and would do anything to eliminate JiYoung. However, according to the novel, she betrays Prince Jasan for the king, and ends up being killed for it. In the end, this reformed tyrant king and his brilliant chef are destined for a happy ending, together, not in the past, but in JiYoung's time. But what do you think? Should JiYoung have stayed in Joseon with YiHeon forever, or are you rooting for their reunion in the modern world? And now, as promised, here are some behind the scenes, to keep you entertained until next time. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for more drama breakdowns. Thanks for watching, bye.